My name is Joseph with iCameroon.com.
Yes.
I am here with Ebeny Amstrong. Ebeny Amstrong, welcome to Houston.
Thank you so much, Joe. It's my pleasure.
You just had a concert here in Houston today at the Kalahari, and during the concert, I was listening to your music, and one of the songs was Tape Tape, and the other one was King Solomon. So tell me about Tape Tape.
Yeah, Tape Tape is my second album. Actually, Joe, I have three albums. My first album is Baninge, which that album was dedicated to the people of Upper Balong, precisely Manyemen, Betok, and Ebanga, for their wonderful job, for their wonderful endeavor to bring pipe-borne water in these three villages. And the second album, as you rightly mentioned, is Tape Tape. That is a wonderful album because people love that song a lot. People listen to it, dance it. I mean, they dance it in nightclubs in Atlanta, here in USA. They dance it in Cameroon, dance it all over the world. People love it a lot. And my third album, which is Femela Bush, coming out soon by December or January, it will be out. It's also a wonderful piece of music. It's my pleasure being here in Kalahari nightclub in Houston.
Okay, and the other song that I also heard was about King Solomon. How did that come about?
Yeah, King Solomon is a wonderful piece. King Solomon is actually talking about wisdom. You know, God asks King Solomon if he wants money or wisdom. King Solomon decided that told God that he needs wisdom to rule his people. So God gave him wisdom. And what happened was that two women were fighting for a child because one of the women, the child died, and she went and swapped the child and took the child of the woman whose child was still alive. And when the case was brought to King Solomon asked the two women who has the child, the both of them claim ownership of the child. King Solomon decided that he will use a machete and divide the child, give half to each of them. But one of the women said, yes, go ahead and divide the child. And the other one said politely, please, instead of dividing the child, give the child to the other lady. King Solomon looked at it carefully and said, oh, I now see. The woman who said, don't divide the child is the right mother of the child. And then he gave the child to the woman who said, don't divide the child. I mean, this is a wonderful story of King Solomon because God gave him actually wisdom and gave him knowledge. You know, wisdom is power, power is knowledge, and knowledge, wisdom is also wealth.
So you were inspired by the story from the Bible. So
Ac-
how does this music, how do you um, combine or take, or you are being inspired by the Bible. So how do you play? What type of music do you really play?
Yeah, Joe, I play, actually, I have a blend of Bekusi. I have uh, also traditional beats for my people, and I have also Coupé di Calais, which is hot beat like Femela Bush and Tape Tape. Those are the music that I play, and my fans are really, really, really all very happy because they have I play a blend of all what they want and what is actually want needed in the world. I mean, the gospel music, like King Solomon, is one of the best music that my Christian fans always play in the church. So I am playing Bikusi. I also play uh, gospel, you know, for my fans who love gospel music, and I also play, you know, Bikusi for my people back home because they love dancing Bikusi music.
So you talk about Bukisi. It means you are from Cameroon.
Yeah, I'm precisely from Cameroon. I mean, from Manyemen. Manyemen is in Upper Balong, that is in Kuti subdivision in the southwest region.
Okay. Now, do you play music professionally? And if you do, how do you market your music to your audience?
Yeah, actually, thank you, Joe. That's a good question. I play music professionally, based here in US, but I'm a biomedical engineer by profession. What I do, I've been to over 48 countries in the world, training people on medical equipment like dialysis machine, ultrasound machines, CT scans, MRI. I train the doctors, the nurses, and the technicians how to operate the machine and how to fix the machine. I also do installation of medical equipment. Music is just passion, I do it professionally, but it's a lot of that passion that I had from childhood, being introduced to music by my mother and stepmother. So I started playing guitar at the age of 12, and started composing my songs at the age of 10. So most of the songs that I've played, like the Baninge, was composed more than 25 years ago.
Okay, so how do your audience, if somebody wants to listen to your music or to buy your music, do you have a website or
Yeah.
do you have a marketing channel?
Yes, I have a website. You can always go to ebenyamstrong.com. That's my website. You buy my music there. You can also go to iTunes or CD Baby. You can also get my music downloaded from those media. You can always get my music from stores. I have people who also help me, like Mary Ashwago in Houston. I have people like Ebeny in Atlanta. I have people like Pio Schaefer, who is also in Atlanta. They do a wonderful job helping me to promote my music. And I have STV station, that is STV television station, and Canada in Cameroon. They also help in promoting my music. And I also have my fans and people who also sell my music in Cameroon, like in Douala, Kumba, and in Yaoundé.
Okay. Well, it looks like the people here in Houston enjoyed your music. Do you plan to come back to Houston and
Yeah.
play?
That's true. Yeah, Joe. I plan coming back to Houston because they still want me back here. They still want me to come and play for them. The people are so lovely. The people are so wonderful. They call them the H-Town.
That's right.
Yeah, I love them so much. Houston, I love you so much, and I'm still coming back as you promised. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So tell me again, how can people reach you through your website? What is your website address?
My website address is ebenyamstrong.com, or you can send me email via ebenyamstrong@yahoo.com. You can also check me out on Facebook, which is Ebeny Amstrong, and I'm also on Twitter, Ebeny Amstrong as well. So thank you so much. I love you guys. You are all my fans out there.
Thank you, Mr. Armstrong.
Thank you so much, Joe.
Okay.